Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to Wuthering Waves. We're going to be talking about how to get your union level up as soon as possible because everything is pretty much locked behind this. Early game, late game, you want to get to that part as soon as possible, especially because story quest will be locked. So if you're like me and you're trying to progress through the game right now, you're going to notice that your quest gets locked out at level 14. Later on, it's going to be level 25, higher and higher until, you know, you got to grind really, really hard. So how do we get a head start of this? How we increase this? Because this is going to go towards our questing, our character ascension, data banking needs this as well too. So you guys want to make sure that you're able to get as high as possible so you can get through all of this. Well, we're going to start off with the basics here. So before I jump in, you can see right behind me that the union level right now is 840 out of 1650. I'm going to go clear that camp, get the chest, and you're going to see how much you get out of this. So basic things like this, clearing the map. A bunch of enemies were here, clear them all, the gate open, I collect this, I now got 20 experience to my union. So everything you do in the game will give you union experience, right? I went from 840 to 860, finding those chests, clearing those mobs, collecting everything you guys can, crafting, right? There's a lot of things that are going to give you a union experience when it comes to just pure raw exploration. That down there, right over there above my head, is a little tower defense where you got to stop enemies from breaking that tower. You get union experience for that, right? You get union experience for collecting these towers over here, or the resonators. Just click on it, boom, 30 union experience. So just explore. That part's obvious, but let's talk about the things that are not so obvious and they're going to give you the biggest boost out of all of this. All right, so going over the list, this little book compass thing up here is going to be your bread and butter for all the union stuff you guys need. Besides your obvious daily stuff over here, where as you progress, you get union level. If I finish off my dailies today, I'll get 600 more union level. And we're going to go into the second tab here, which is milestones. Milestones, as you complete this, right now I got to make a weapon level 20. I'm going to go ahead and switch towards her weapon, upgrade this, just to showcase it for this, push auto select. It's going to get rid of a bunch of these low grade material, which is totally fine. And once I make this 20, I'll come right back. All right, on my last little bit here, making the weapon level 20. I'm going to use it on her for now until I find something better. We're going to go back to the quest, the milestone that we currently have. And you guys are going to see that union level is now going to go up. I'm going to push claim, 100 union level out of that. And then the second page is going to be activated once I claim the rewards on the bottom right behind me. Now you see again, a whole bunch of 100 union level. And that goes so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. And there's a bunch of rewards for this. This is one of those things you want to do as fast as possible to continue to get that union level, to upgrade, to get through story, to get to your world ascension. All the good stuff is here. So you guys can see, boom, more union level out of this. Collect 600 union level, done my dailies, got all my rewards, and it just goes on and on. So this is a very good way to snowball effect by just keeping track of your dailies and your milestones. So next up is using your wave plates. Wave plates are going to probably be the fastest way to level up when everything else is pretty much dried out, or even just as you're going. I don't recommend using the refreshers with Asterite, or even using the golden cubes, I forget what they're called, but to refresh that in early game. Wait till you're higher world level, farming's better, the materials are more rare, so don't use the refreshers now. Save all your refreshing for later on when farming really matters. Right now, just take that little marathon, don't sprint to the finish line. But I recommend that you guys don't touch experience materials because it isn't really worth it. You're going to get a whole bunch of these just from exploring the world, playing the game, and as long as you work on 1 to 2 characters, which is all you need in the beginning of the game, you don't need to farm experience materials. So avoid this as much as you can for as long as you can. What I do recommend until you're union level 20 is go ahead and start doing bosses. So you're going to see one of my characters over here is the one I really enjoy playing. She's going to have this material to farm. So I got to go out of my way, find Roaring Rock Fist. I have 0 of these right now, and I can start plans ahead of time. I can't do this until my world level is reached to 20, and I hit phase 3. So I got to get grinding till union level 20. That's why I'm making this whole video. How to get there as fast as possible. So with that in mind, I got to go do that. So I'm going to go to the boss challenges, scroll here, and go find this monkey because he's the one who's going to drop Roaring Rock Fist, and you're going to get 1 every run. So I got to do this 3 times, which is going to cost me a total of 180 wave plates. So instead of over here getting experience that we're getting from chests anyways, we're not going to grab this from the chest. So we're going to grab them now while we can. So I'm going to push proceed, find that monkey, track him, and now I'm just going to go ahead and start exploring the map that direction and spending my 180 wave plates. And also, this is another tip. that yes, you do want to farm. If level 20 Union's too far away and you don't want to spend all your wave plates just killing this one monkey over here, I highly recommend that you take a second and go ahead and just start doing all the bosses. So if you look at the first clear rewards over here, here's another way to get a big chunk of Union experience without going too crazy. This is going to give you 500 Union experience on the first clear of every single boss that's on the map. So we got 1, 2, 3 bosses over here, 4th one over here, 5th one over here, 6, 7, right, 8, 9 that I can see right now. So 9 bosses in total, times that by 500, and you are racking up. And while you are clearing that 500, you're also getting 450. So every single first clear of these bosses is going to give you 950 Union experience. And you guys can see Union experience 950 would be huge. 2 bosses, I level up again to level 14. I can now continue story. So really big tip there is make sure you guys are doing the first clear. If you guys want to run for that, if you want to be efficient about the characters you're using, then yeah, you can just clear the bosses over and over again for the materials if you're close to the ascension. But if you're not, spread it out. Once you get those 3 items to go from 40 to the next levels, then go ahead and go to the next boss and the next boss, because these are going to be eventually used, and you can also use as side materials that it drops. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. Really good stuff. A couple more quests that can give you all that experience that you guys need. Don't ignore the stuff that's around you, right? This is pretty obvious, but just want to stick that out there, that you have your main story quest, but then you got companion missions that are also going to give you experience up to 2,000, right? 2,000 experience here. You got the exploration quests. They're going to give you up to 400. You've got these blue side quests that are worth 500, 150, 250, right? And they have a lot of good items with them. So make sure you're just going through all the quests you can find. Don't ignore them. Even if you have main story coming up, make sure to clear that as much as you can and then go back to exploring this. Some of the quests that you do end up doing as a side quest can help you explore the world better. So do those exploration quests as soon as you can, right? Those will also help from just navigating the world. With that being said on navigating, another tip is that besides these little beacons that I just activated, if you zoom in, you can see where they are. They are worth those little 20 experiences, but you also want to grab the main ones. Explore the entire map and go around and activating these, because these are also going to be part of your milestones. So you just want to go ahead and go from hop to here, here, and that way you can just start traveling through the map as fast as possible, get to the bosses, and just have a good idea where everything is. You don't have to wait for the main story. You can just go full exploring, and that's a lot of fun of the game. Just going from here to here, and you find all these rare enemies, collecting echoes, level up your data bank so you can start farming those 4 and 5-star echoes to make really good team setups. So this is everything that really helps you get your Union level up for the biggest game. There is smaller things in between here and there, but you guys will get them as you just play the game. So hopefully some of this stuff really helped you out. Take your time, have fun. You don't have to jump around, do everything I told you in this video. Like I said, I will make these guides, give you guys the most efficient route here and there, but at the end of the day, play the game the way you want, because you only have so many hours in the day. You probably got full-time jobs, parent like me, I've got 2 daughters. I'm all over the place. I try to stream this as much as I can, but even then, in the end, I don't have all that time to do what I just said as well. So play at your own pace, have fun with it, and besides all that, thank you guys so much for watching, keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.